Welcome back to this episode of Let's Get Organized. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to deal with this. So part 2 hasn't gone up yet, but I cannot take it anymore. So we're going to organize, I believe, just the remainder of what's in here. This isn't, because this is special drills and drills that don't fit. 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I have 5? Waterfall, hummingbird. Oh, Harry Potter doesn't get done because it is... There are no DMCs, and this one doesn't have DMCs either. So, these are the ones with the DMC codes. So I may go ahead and do this one later because I wanted to put these stickers on it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But let us start with the turtle. No, the villain one. Because the villain one is the one I completed. Is that correct? Yes. The villain one is the one that I completed the farthest back. To my knowledge, these are in order. Incorrect, they're not in order. Actually, they're not too bad, I think. 16, 17. Okay, it looks like they got combined. Okay, so they were partially in order. So what happened was I sectioned them so I get half on this side and half on the other side, but they somehow combined. So, like shuffling a deck of cards, how you split it and then put it together, that's kind of what happened. 152. So the villains one was one I worked on. It was the biggest at the time, I believe, that I had worked on, at least one way. It was a 25 by 70 or 30 by 70, something like that. And it was like the villains, but it was like a stained glass kind of thing. This was before I started YouTube. It was, I think it was the last one I completed before I ended up starting YouTube. And so I have no idea if the image is stolen. I still have yet to look that up because I don't want to put anything on my channel that is stolen. But I would like to get more of the ones like it. So if it's not stolen, I would like to get more. Oh my goodness. 310 is super fat. 317. So I enjoyed working on that one. It was kind of like my introduction into the 310 life, if you will. It was my first painting that had a lot of 310. I had 310 before, but not as much as this one. This is like Manny Manzano level 310. I'm sure you've seen it if you've at all ever searched Disney diamond paintings on Amazon, on AliExpress. It's a pretty popular one. Oh, 550. And it is mostly like it's small and long. Like it's skinny. It's a skinny painting, I would say. And it had Jafar, Scar, Queen of Hearts, Evil Queen, Ursula, just like Disney villains. And if you know anything about my channel and me, you know that I love Disney villains. I love Disney. So that was so much fun to work on. I think it took me, like, let's see, based on this wrapper, or this, not wrapper, this plastic baggie. I used to date my plastic baggies. I started this on 4/13 and I was already on to the next one by 4/16. So it took me 4 days. So 7, 54. So it didn't take me very long at all. I kind of want to know if my Starry Nights at that point, the Starry Nights, at the point when I did my Starry Nights, it was the third painting I did. At that point, it was my very first, or my biggest to date. I wonder, I think the Starry Nights might still, compared to the Villains one, be larger, but we'll see. So I am actually filming on a new camera, so I will get the hang of figuring this out eventually, but I just have to keep making sure that it's recording, because I realized in the last video I recorded, which at this point was a whip and chat, I realized that my camera had a time limit, which really sucks, and the only way to get around the time limit is to buy a camcorder. So basically, cameras in my price range. Like, I have a baby channel. I do not by any means have the funds to be able to go out and purchase a massive, expensive, why is this out of order? $6.98, that's so weird. Let me backtrack real quick. To go purchase a camcorder and all that. So $6.98 doesn't exist. So it must be $9.86. I'm going to leave this one off to the side as well, because I don't want to put it in the wrong spot. So I'm dealing with what I have, and what I have is a time limit. So I have it set up so that I can see the other side of my camera, because it doesn't have a viewfinder that folds out for me to see it. So I have a mirror set up. My fiance came home and set up a mirror for me so that I can see what I'm doing. So that's what I've got. So I just keep looking up, making sure it's recording, and when it stops recording, hopefully I will take note in time to press record. So this is a new exciting challenge for me. When I first found out it had the time limit and was working with it, I was so discouraged. I still kind of am, because I just am. I feel like I should have just stuck with my phone. But the problem with sticking with my phone is that it's very limited in capability. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with that. This painting is the hummingbird painting. It was my first square, and I think these should be in order. They're not. This was my first square, and it was, I believe, the first painting that I had done any kit up, kit down type thing. I think I was kitting down this painting and kitting up the turtle. I think that was my I think that might have been my second video to ever go up. So this is a walk down memory lane as far as paintings I've completed, as well as YouTube videos, because when I first started, like, I'm still so very new to this, but when I tell you that my content has improved since starting, I mean, like, honestly, I am as far as being comfortable in front of the camera, and as far as what I'm capable of doing now, I feel like I've improved quite a bit. I mean, obviously that's up for you guys to let me know what you think, but in my opinion, I feel very much more comfortable, and I feel like my possibilities are more vast than when I first started, because I had very little, like, I was just so uncomfortable. I think we all go through that though. So, am I missing colors? I think I might be missing colors. Meanwhile, I've talked through the entirety of organizing this, so I can't even edit it out for you. Like I tried to do the fast forwarding. This must be 15. 6/20/15. Yep, okay. So, keep trying to be mindful of the recording time. What I might do is when I start recording, I might set a timer for 10 minutes. This way I don't have to worry about it, and then just like when the 10-minute timer goes off, I just stop it and restart it. Because that's really discouraging to me to have to do that. But I am going to fast forward the putting of the stickers on, though. That I will do. I will fast forward that. Okay, so when I first started, I was labeling it with permanent markers. This was about the time that I switched to labeling it with the little labels because I noticed the permanent markers started rubbing off. So that is what that is about. Okay, so I got 166, so we're filling in a slot. I didn't have anything previously. I like to see that. So this was my first square, and it was my first time I was kind of sort of myself on my channel. When I displayed this is when I started being myself. If anyone knows me in the real world, they know I am hypercritical, and I am what my sense of humor is self-deprecation. So if I'm making fun of myself, that is me to a T. So like when I say things like, oh, this sucked, like I mean it. Like this is me being funny. Like, oh, that one sucked. What I did there sucked. Like that's just kind of sort of who I am. Oh, it's 3:31. Okay. Is it 3:31? 3:21. This is 3:21, right? 3:21, 3:21, this is 3:21, and this is 3:21. I'm going to leave them both out because I don't know, and I don't want to put something in the wrong spot. So that is just my sense of humor is hyper self-deprecation. So when I showed this painting and I was like, oh, my square placement is rough, that was the first time I started to really get comfortable on camera. Now I know the day that I'm filming this, my face has yet to make an appearance on my channel. You can see in my whip and chats, I do a tiny little picture of a makeup look sort of inspired by the painting I'm working on. And of course in my intro, the smoky intro, you can see my face, but I have yet to put my face like recorded on camera. So, wow, I almost ran out of this color. Look at that. So, where was I going with that? Oh, that's when I started to get more comfortable on camera, was when I started being self-deprecating, because that is to a T who I am. I'm working on it though. My positive coworker, she is working on me. And she's not even meaning to. It's like she didn't even set out to be like, I'm gonna change her for the better. Like just knowing her is like making me less negative. Have you ever met somebody in your life that is like such a positive influence in your life without them even trying at all, and they're just like so good for you to know? Because that is my coworker. She's really something. Oh, 820 is getting a little thick too. But that was when I started to be more myself, was with this painting, when I brought that on. My binder is already, oh no, my binder is getting thick here. 69. And I have seen that Rachel Ray has recently switched methods, and I'm starting to think there's a reason for that. Because this is I haven't even been doing this long. I can't even imagine how thick her binder was. But it's working for now, and that's just what we're gonna do, is just deal with it for now, because I'm not, I just started this. I haven't even really finished it yet, so we're not changing it. So we're just gonna have to deal with Miss Thickums, my binder here. It's a different dye lot. Look at that. That's two different colors. Both are pretty though, so. But that's why I saved them, because if I got rid of one and a diamond popped off of another painting, I wouldn't be able to replace it with the exact same dye lot unless I kept the one that it popped off of. 3607. Where is that? There we go. Right in front of my face. So we are moving right along. I don't know how long I've been recording. Less than 20 minutes at this point, because the timer hasn't, or my camera hasn't stopped recording. It's going to be a new challenge for me, filming with the camera, the setup I have, because well, it's, I don't know. I don't think I was naive enough to think it would let me record forever, but I really thought it would let me get past 10 minutes. So, oops, that's my bad, I guess. Okay, I don't know when this video is going to go up, because I don't want to put two binder videos back to back, but it's going to have to go up at some point. Turtle ones might be in order. Nope. I'm going to put these in order really quickly. Okay, so now we're working on putting away the turtle. So the turtle was the first, and to this point only, 5-panel I have done. It's also the only one that I have framed and hung. I did like a little DIY framing job, and I really love how it turned out. It's not necessarily my favorite piece I ever worked on, but because of the way it turned out when it's been hung and framed, it's my favorite one currently. 517. 367. Right. I have one DMC code written on one side and one DMC code written on the other, and I don't know which one is correct. I'm just going to put that one off to the side too. Well, it must be 367, because that would mean it's in order. Oh, I put 517. Okay, so I have the right one here. It's 367. I'm just a silly girl. 413, that's a different dye lot. It's interesting to go through and see the different colors that are the same DMC code. So the turtle was really fun to work on, actually. It was, it took me a while because I stopped in the middle, because the next painting that I worked on I had covered with parchment paper, and for some reason the parchment paper, it was parchment paper, it wasn't wax paper, it was absolutely parchment paper, because I covered the turtle with the same one and the turtle one had no problem. That's kind of why I don't use parchment paper anymore, because of the bad experience with the one that I will get to next. I had stuck the parchment paper to the painting, and when I went to pull it up, it was tearing and ripping and I couldn't get it off. We spent about an hour tweezing and pulling it off, my fiance and I. So I stopped the turtle because it was clearly unaffected by the parchment. It stopped recording. So I just covered the turtle pieces back up with the parchment paper that was... My fan is being annoying. I covered the turtle back up with parchment paper because it wasn't as affected by the parchment paper. So I immediately started working on the waterfall one, which is the one that I'm going to put away next. This one keeps popping out. Is it this one or the next one? I can never tell. Let's see. No, I think it's 869 that's popping out, 902. So that's why this one took me a long time. I don't really feel like it should have taken me that long because I cut it, and by my calculations I should have been able to do about a piece a day, so it really shouldn't have taken me that long. I should have been able to do it in about 5 days, a little over 5 days, but because I stopped in the middle and because of the complications and just life factors, it took me like I think a week to do, which isn't too bad still. But that was the story with the turtle. And if you have not seen the framing of that one, I will leave it in the eye so that you can see how that one turned out. I kind of filmed the process of setting it up. It was filmed over the course of several days because once I started I realized I was missing pieces that I needed, so I had to purchase more things, and so that one was 37.56. See, this is, look, it's rubbed off. 37.56. So that one was fun to work on though. It was fun to frame and hang. It wasn't as fun to work on. I had more fun with the finishing of it than I did with the actual working on it. So that's something fun to note there. Down this little walk down memory lane of paintings. So these are this bunch here that I put away so far. I've got the villains, hummingbird, and turtle. So these are the first ones that I was working on when I had started the YouTube channel, and I hadn't yet started a Diamond Art Club. I think that we all know how that went based on the very first Get Organized with me. I put away 2 Diamond Art Clubs in that one. 38, 35. Okay. Oh no. I may have to get a bigger binder. Do they make like 10-inch binders? I may have to split it. That's what I may do. I may keep this one for special drills because I have some special drills, and then split, get like 2 4 or 5-inch binders and split the DMC codes right down the middle. So what do we got here? So I've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So I'll probably do 6. So I'll probably do through 8:30 in one binder and past 8:30 in another. But for now, this will work. Hopefully these are in order. I say this every time, and every time they are not. Nope. Alright. I'm going to put them in order. This was my second square that I worked on. Does this not have DMC codes? Oh, this must not have had DMC codes. I don't have any DMC codes written on here. Oh, that's a bummer. So I guess I won't be putting these away today. But a little bit about this painting, since I already started talking about it. This was the second square I worked on, and this was the one that, to my knowledge, it's poured glue, but it got really wrecked from the parchment paper. So that kind of sucked, but I think it turned out pretty okay. After we peeled and plucked and peeled, it turned out okay. So I have now 3 paintings that did not have DMC codes, and so maybe one day I will get the book to put them away. And at this point, can I even fit any more 939? So I've got 8310. This one didn't have a DMC code. These ones DMC codes were messed up, so I'll put these in here. This is a AB from Dreamer Design. This is an AB from Diamond Art Club. This is E310, so these are special drills here. Here's an extra bag of 310 that I can't fit in there. So 939, let's take a look at 939 and see how fat it is. Yeah, that should not go in there. As a matter of fact, I should probably take some out. I'll at least take the one that I just put in out. Okay, so I can't do these because of DMC codes, and I can't do these because of DMC codes, and also these are also some special drills. So it looks like that concludes this portion of the DMC code binder put away. Let's get organized. So that was that. Alright guys, I think I'll have one more episode of Let's Get Organized with the binder. But I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. And if you liked it and would like to see more of me, please hit subscribe. I would be so happy to have you. Alright, I hope you are washing your hands, being safe, and taking care of yourselves. Bye guys.